And here we are again with another build tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to build a automatic dropper. It's used for a lot of my builds to automatically send things up out of my areas and get them out to a higher location. And especially with the new water mechanics, it makes for awesomeness of moving items real quick and getting them out of Dodge and moving them out to your storage area or wherever you want to be. So with that coming ahead, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Okay, so here we are. We are going to go over everything you're going to need for this build. Very simple. Let's go ahead and go through the items. What you're going to need is one dropper, one comparator, two repeaters, a handful of redstone dust, hoppers, I'll explain, one solid block. It must be a solid block. And I'm using a chest just for demonstration purposes only. As for how you're going to maneuver it out of here, we'll leave that up to you. So for now, first we're going to start out with where we want our dropper actually going to. So for instance, I want it going here, and what we'll do is we're going to make a little water source coming out through there, and we're going to cover up. So we'll do that just for demonstration purposes only, and I'll go ahead and even double this up to a chest way down there, just for ha-has. So, to actually build this, like I said, here's your dropper, not a dispenser. Very important. You need to use a dropper to do this. So what you want to do with this is, with your dropper, you want to come out of it with, obviously, your input, which here we'll use hoppers. That's going to be our input going into it, and I'm going to go ahead and place a chest on top of there to get our items fed into there. So next, what we want to do is take a comparator. We're going to bring a comparator out of the back of the dropper, place a solid block, and then off that solid block we want to place a repeater, and then we're going to bring a repeater, or sorry, excuse me, some redstone dust, followed by another repeater going back into the dropper. Let's go ahead and grab some water. And I will fill the hoppers here. And there, and then, because I don't want this stuff to go flying out, got some glass. That way you can see it. Water flowing. Okay, so now that is your redstone. All this other stuff here is extra. This is just so you can see how they actually will work. So like I said, you're going to start out by placing your dropper. From your dropper, you're going to take a comparator to a solid block to a repeater with redstone looping around to another repeater facing into the dropper. So now when we load stuff in here, it will take half a stack. As soon as it comes in, it's automatically ejecting it out. It's great for moving items, especially like we did with the water tower build, to raise it from lower levels. And I'm using the water source with hoppers under it just to get it going there, but this will just continue to go. And it's absolutely amazing. This is one of my all-time builds that I am always using for item transportation, especially when I'm sending them outwards into water streams to transport across long areas instead of using hoppers. So that is the build. Like I said, very simple. Another quick, easy tutorial here to show you. Oops. I wanted to let you see how these are made, and it's just an automatic dispenser. So let me explain a little as to how this really works. What happens is the items flow through here, come into the dispenser, or sorry, the dropper. Now when the dropper has an item in it, it sends a pulse into the comparator, which then the comparator powers that block, in turn powering the repeater, which sends a signal back to here. As long as there is an item in the dropper, it will send through. It's a constant flow. And again, this is another one of those builds that I always use for item transportation. And see, obviously, because I didn't block that off, they're flying out. But generally what I would do is I would have this coming up like we did over here with our water tower. And as you can see, it's the same exact setup. So for our water tower, we'll come back over here, we'll drop those in, and it's the same thing. And that's how I move a lot of my items, especially now with this new water mechanics. So that is today's build. This is a automatic item dispenser using a dropper, comparator, 2 repeaters, and 3 redstone dust, and 1 solid block. And that is all there is to it. It's probably one of the greatest builds that, like I said, for moving items. I absolutely love it. Let's just stop that now, because we don't need to keep hearing the ticking. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's build. If you have any questions, feel free, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. The channel's growing. We're doing great. I am working really hard on the survival. And oh, that just went off. Look at that. The time we were building, we got 6 kelp already. So that's perfect. So again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Ring a ding 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 ding. That way you can always get notifications as to when I post something up on the channel. And again, thanks all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And please, please, please give a like to the video. It helps the channel. Like I said, we are growing. We've managed to get a few more subscribers over the last couple days. I'm very happy about that. We're growing strong. It's a slow process, but you know what? I'm loving every minute of it, and I enjoy it. And I hope you guys are enjoying this too. So the next episode that's going to be coming out is going to be the survival episode. I figured I'd take a break from the survival and then give you some build tutorials. That way, because these builds are going into my survival world. So I hope you enjoyed it today. We had a great time. Real easy build, super fun. And again, this is Symmetry, and I'm out.